Hello guys, so in this video we are going to set up the room database for our QR scanner app. So as you can see, we have to show the list of scan results and the list of favorite scan results. So for setting up the room, first we have to know what we need to store a database. Generally what we need a database and we need tables, and in tables we need some columns which can be used for storing the particular information. So in the room also we have the same things. Room is a extended version of SQLite. In our scenario we have the scan result, the scan string, what we have just scanned. We have the date and the time we have to store, and then we have this result type. So we have only four types. The first one is the result, another one is the date or time, whatever you want to say. Third one is the result type, and fourth one is the favorite flag. So we need four columns in that particular table. So that's it. So let's jump into it. So we will go to our Android Studio project. So we will open our Gradle file and we will add our room library. So room database library, and we will go to the Google and search room library Android, and we will use this link, room persistent library. You will find the library here, room release notes, and yeah, so we will use this room runtime and room compiler. So we will copy this and we'll back to our project. So we are using Kotlin, so we have to change this annotation processor to KAPT, and for using KAPT we have to apply the plugin, and we'll use Kotlin KAPT. So that's it, we will sync it. So now we have successfully synced up Gradle. Now what we'll do, we will simply make the first tables of our database. So let me just repackage these things. So we will have a package UI, and we have the package DB database, and what we will do, we will move this to UI because it is UI related. Yeah, now it's look good. And in the database we are going to have, so in the room we call tables as entities. So in room we call table as entities. So we will do the package name entities. Okay, it will now show. I have to make this dummy file here. This will be placeholder. We will remove it. Yeah, so we have entities. In the entities we will make our table. So the table name will be QR result. So table name will be QR result. So now we will make it as data class. Data class is used to handle the data fields. So we are having four things to store. So first one is the result, and the second one is the result type, and the third one is the favorite, and the fourth one is the time. So we will do this. So we will make first column. So we have to use the annotation of row column info. So in this we are having our result. Result will be string, and this can be null, and it its name will be in the database result. Yeah. So we have made our first column. Now we will make our second column. Column info name will be result type, and here we can result type is equal to also string, and it can also null. In the third we have our favorite, and we will make it as favorite, and it will be boolean. This should be false also. We will assign the default value, and the last one we will have the time. So for time we will use the calendar class. So we will use the calendar. So we have done, and to make this recognize as table we have to annotate this with entity. Yeah, so now it is a table. So QR result is a table which holds four columns: result, result type, favorite, and time. And we also need a ID as a primary key for all the results, because we have to identify between them. So we have to identify between them. So we'll make a primary key that will be auto generated. We don't have to increment it, and this will be ID. It will be int, and we don't have to pass it, so we will set as null. So primary key is basically the ID for that particular row. So what we are going to use, and this whole, so we make the table. So to accessing these database, so for accessing this database we need some interface. So Google provided us in room that is called the DAO. Its full form is database access object. So what we will do, we will also make a package called DAO. In this it will interact with this database and the tuples. So in this what we are going to make, we are going to make QR result DAO, because it handles only the QR result table, and in this we will annotate this as DAO. Yeah, so it will be not the class, it will be interface. So it is not a class, it will be interface, and in this we will write over all the queries and all the stuff here. Here we can write all the operations that we need to implement in our project. So we will make a function get all scan results. So this function will return all the list of QR results. Okay, so this will return all the rows. So we have to, so how it gonna return? We will add our query here. So what we have, we will write our query. So select, so for this you need to have basic understanding of SQL. So we will write the query here, select asterisk from, and the table name will be QR result, and we have to order it, like we have to sort it by time. We can do it in Kotlin also, so we can filter the list, but we can do here. So what we will do, order by, and we will order by what time. So time will be the order, and it will be in descending order. Yeah. So this will return the list of QR result which is in descending order in context of time. So this is our first operation. In the second operation, we will get the all the favorites. So get asterisk from QR scan results where favorite is equal to 1. So in the SQL, 1 means true and 0 means false. So we'll get all favorite result, and this function will return the list of QR result. Now again we'll write all the queries. So we need to delete also. So delete from, so delete all scanned results. So this function will delete all the scanned results, and we have to delete also all the favorites results. So we will write also a query for this. Delete from QR result where favorite is equal to 1. So this function will delete all favorite result. Yeah. So we have done with the 4. Now what we have to do, now we have to insert. So we have to insert a QR result. So we will use annotation insert in this. What we will have, we will make this function as insert QR result, and in this we will pass the QR result So what this function will do, this function will insert a row in the table, but after inserting a table we need its id. So we will return the newly created row id. So we will return as long, and for this what we have to do, if there will be conflict here, so we will use the conflict strategy. If there will be another key, so it will be replaced with the same key, but in the case, in our case we have auto generate, so it will be not. Okay, so now we have to find a particular QR result, so we have to find by its id. So what we will do, we will again write a query for this. Select asterisk from QR result where id is equal to, now we have to send the id, so we'll do this later. So what we have to do, we will fun get QR result. In this we will send the id, and this will return QR result, one QR result. And using this parameter to in annotation, what we have to do, we have to use the colon and the id. So this will use this parameter. Now we need two more functions for adding it to favorite or removing it to favorite. So we will add another, so we'll update the QR result, and we will set the favorite is equal to 1, where id will be what we are going to send. So we will make a function called add to favorite, and in this we will pass the id. Yeah, so now it is reflecting fine. So it will update the result. So it will update the result by setting its favorite is equal to true. Now we have to remove it, so we will use the same, sorry, so we will copy it and we will paste it, and instead of add we will be using remove from favorite, and in this we have to set 0 here. Yeah, so we have, I think we have done all our operation. We will get all the results, we will delete all the results, we will insert, we will get a particular QR result, we will add it to favorite, and we will remove it to favorite. If we will find another operation, we will do it later. So now we have make our table, we have make our DAO, so we can access this object. Now what we have to do, we have to make our database. So database, in this database we will include our tables and DAOs, and we will create a database, and by using that database we can handle all our database operations. So we will make another page another package called database. I will close this, and in this database we will have a class called QR result database. Yeah, so we have this class. We will remove this and we will delete this placeholder also. Yeah, so now this is database. So database will be always be abstract class. Okay, so this will be always abstract, and this is database, so we have to annotate with the database, and in the annotation we have to pass the which table that can be included in this database. So we have only one table, so we will refer it. So entities is equal to, we will have the array of tables, so we will have QR result. Yeah, so and we need version name, and we need version for this database version. So currently we are having version of 1, and we don't have to export the schema of the, if you want to export the database to the file, so you can just do it, but we cannot do, we will not, so we will not do, so we will export schema as a false. Yeah, so now this is our database. In this, what we have to do, we will make an abstract function called get QR DAO, and it will return the QR result DAO. So this is our database done. We will create a static function to get the QR result database object. So first we have to declare our database name. So private constant var db name is equal to, so we will use that QR result database, and we will return QR result database Currently we will do it as null, and we will make a static function called get app database, and in this we will pass the context because we need context to making object of room database. So we'll pass the context, and it will return QR result database. So it will return QR result database. So we will check if the QR result database is not, if it is null, then we will create QR result database is equal to room dot database builder. It need application context, and it needs your database, so we'll have QR result database, and again it needs database name. It's giving me some error, so it need room data. Okay, so we have not extended this class with room database. This is our mistake. we have to extend this class with room database. Yeah, now we are not using any rx java to handle all the operation on the another thread, so we'll do this all in main thread and we will build this. If it is null, then we will initialize it, otherwise we have to do nothing. We have to just return this QR result database, so it will be null, so we have to make it nullable, but it will not null. Yeah, so now we have settled up our we have settled up our QR result database. Now what we have to do, so we also need to fix one more thing. So in the table, as you can see, our time is of calendar type. So calendar is an class of Android. So SQL doesn't know about what is calendar yet. It's it's only know about a int, long int, string. So it doesn't know about calendar. So we have to use type converters. So what the type converters are, they will convert this object into particular non-type that SQL know. So it will revert the same thing. It will convert calendar to long and long to calendar. So we'll see how to do it. So first we will make another package. Their name will be converters. In this converter we will make a class called date time converters. So we have successfully created our datetime converters. We will make a functions in this. So we have our type converter. So we will make function to calendar and we will pass this long and it will return our calendar. So we will take val c is equal to calendar dot get instance, and we will do the time in millis is equal to L and we will return the calendar. So what it does, it takes the time in millis, these are the milliseconds, and we will create a calendar object and we override its time in milli value to what we have sent, and we will return the calendar, and we will do the same thing for calendar also. So we'll add another type converter. So we'll do from calendar, it should be from, it will return the millis, and in this we will pass calendar, return c time. Yeah, so now what these two functions do, it will so this first function will convert the milliseconds into calendar, and the second one convert the calendar into milliseconds. Now we have to use the type converters in our database. So we will go to our table where we have to use. So we will annotate with type converter, and in this we will pass the date, time, sorry, date time converters. Oh, we are passing, we have to convert it to type converters. So why it is an annotation argument must be compile time constant. Okay, so we have to remove this Java. Yeah, so now it's look good. So now this converter will convert this calendar into long, so it can be easily understood by SQL database. So now we have done all the things. So how to check? So we will direct check these our database is working or not. So we'll go to the main activity. We'll just doing you guys how to do it. So we will have our QR result database, and this we will get the app database, and this we will pass the context, and in this context we will get our get QR DAO, and in the QR DAO what we have to do, we have to insert our QR result. So we'll make a QR result here. We'll make a dummy QR result, and in this QR result our result will be dummy text, result type will be text, favorite will be false, and what I'm missing, calendar, sorry, calendar will be calendar dot get instance. So as you can see, now I have to close this. Yeah, so now I will insert this QR result to this. So now it is successfully. So this is our new data, and this will save this result into database. So we cannot see in the tools, but what we can do, we will add a library called Statho that is developed by Facebook. So in that library what we have, we will access our all the shared preferences, all the SQLite and all the API call in that particular library. So how we will use this to see our SQLite database? So in this we will add our Statho library, Statho library for debugging purpose. Okay, so we will add our Statho. So you just have to Statho Android, we will find it here. This library is awesome. You can see the API calls in your app. So what do you have to do? You have to, so we only need to see the database, so we will only use this. If you have to see the API calls, you can also integrate this OKSTPP. So we will use implementation instead of, yeah, now we will sync it. Yeah, now it's already synced. So for initializing this, we have to initialize this in our application class, so we don't currently have the application class, so we will create application class. Sorry, it's not Java. So this will be our main application class, and this will extend the application class, and we will override the onCreate method, and in this we will initialize stato initialize with default, and we will pass this. Now this gives me some error because we have to mention this application class in manifest. You can only have one application, so we have to add this into manifest. So we'll go to manifest, we will add name, so it's already auto recognize. Yeah, so now it is done. Now we are done, so let's run the app, and now as you can see our application is run, but we have to check whether this data is inserted or not. So for that we have to go to Chrome, then we have to type Chrome colon / inspect, and in this you can see we can see our app and inspect. You can also see your screen by going this. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, so we have to see the database, so you will go to the resources, you will go to the local database, sorry, you have to go to the web SQLs, and you can see our QR result database has been created, and in this we are having this table, and in this table you can see the ID will be 1, the result will be dummy text, result type will be text, and the favorite will be 1, and time will be, yeah. And for this you can also insert the tables, so you can run all the queries, SQL queries from here. So as you can see, select asterisk from QR result, and when I hit enter, so as you can see I can see the all the database. So that's why Stato is awesome. So that's it for the today's video. In the next video we are going to save our QR results into database, and we will also create the custom dialog that we are having on our, one second, I will just show you. So this dialog we will create it custom. This is not a fragment, this is a dialog. Yeah, so we will make it custom, and we will save this data and show this data to the database. So that's it for now. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, namaskar.